Guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and we are on to the new Ark update. They finally released some information about the monster. The I don't even know how to properly say it. I'm just going to take my best guess. Desmodus draculae. Now, obviously this thing looks terrifying. I think I'm going to start referring it to as the Sky Giga, because I know I've heard that before. It looks like it's going to be absolutely broken. That being said, there are always other ways to break these things. Like when they bring in a new thing, I just feel like there's always a thing that can counter it. But that being said, this guy might not actually have a counter. So let's go ahead and talk about him a little bit and everything they're releasing in this Desmodus Evo event and everything else. You can see it right here. The concept in the dossier for the Desmodus, the winner of the creature community vote. You can see that right there. It beat the Carcodontosaurus in the 9th and final round. This guy's a monster. Yeah, I don't even know what to say other than obviously Love Evolved starts this week and then the Evo event, which is pretty cool. But the Desmodus is something that is absolutely broken. First off, it looks really cool. It's like the bat, but like what the bat wants to be in Ark. You can see that right here. It's apparently got a name, all this kinds of stuff. And it's aggressive. Why not? You know, we always need more aggressive dinosaurs. Even with all the other monstrosities around here, this fugitive creature double feature deserves top billing. I mean, Dracula's right there in the species name. Yeah, it's not good. Shriek that'll scare just about anything out of its way. So it's going to have some sort of shriek that has, how do I put it right? Like the Yudi effect, which is not good because that's always a terrifying thing. It's also shrewd enough to limit itself to victims it can carry off into the night. So it's not going to so in a wild, it's only going to attack the thing. So it'll pull riders instead of actually going after a tame, which for a large creature, that's terrifying for an ability. I'm not superstitious enough to advise stocking up on garlic and steaks before you decide to track it down, but you hunt them in the light and stay away from their caves. So similar to the Megalosaurus, they're going to have some sort of night buff, which is really awesome. I love the concept of the night buff for the Megalosaurus. However, it shouldn't have like a negative effect during the day, in my opinion, because that kind of just ruins it. But, oh well. You can see them in the dark, narrow spaces, so they're going to be in caves pretty much exclusively. Domesticated. Taming one of these beasties lets you add its eerie abilities to your arsenal. Use its unsettling scream to scatter your enemies. Like I said, similar to the Tyrannus roar. I don't think it's going to be effective against all creatures. However, I think it's going to be a good chunk of creatures it's going to have, and then the mammoth buff will obviously help with that. You can see small prey for you, so you can actually have it collect things for you, which is pretty cool. I assume that you're going to be able to like enable whistles to pick like riders and stuff like that, or small dinos, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's another neat thing. And then you can see vanish into darkness to become your personal stealth mode, which means there's some sort of, I don't know, like almost rock drake like how do I say this, invisibility concept. I don't really know what it's going to mean, but it's going to be some sort of like darkness, like, but it only works at night, I would assume. Thinner than its saliva, which drains its prey more blood. So this is going to be awesome. So basically you can see this is going to be a HP drain, which is very useful, obviously. You can stomach excess blood and drain meat your vampire pet leaves behind. You might have an open-minded enough to appreciate another of its unholy gifts, a sanguine elixir that helps enthrall the most stubborn beasts. Now, this thing is going to be ridiculous, in my opinion, because you can see this thing here beneath. This is going to be a massive creature. Now, it's big, obviously. You can see it compared to these right here. It's a large size. It's going to have some sort of HP drain, which is good because it's going to help with some of these things that just like destroy the world, like people with stupid speed that just run around and pop a bunch of med brews. That HP drain is huge, which is why those blood wyverns have become so popular nowadays. That drain is enormous. Also, you know, just to mention, the Evo event is going on, but you know, that's just what it is. You got some more cool content creators coming out, some awesome stuff. But, you know, this thing is going to be a monster. The Desmodus draculae, I am super stoked because I love these new meta-changing things, and I think this is another thing for me. They are testing this for Ark 2. For those of you that haven't heard my theories on this, it's been this way for like 6 months. Pretty much everything they're adding into the game, right, is like meta-changing or like a different, unique way of looking at things. Now, what do I mean by that? Everything they've added in recently is like, it's a limit test. What are they capable of doing? Just like in other games where you're testing what you're capable of, they're going to see what kind of stuff they're capable of in Ark 2 using things like this. Same thing that they tried to do with the last map, Lost Island, right? They added in new creatures with new taming methods, all kinds of stuff, and I think they're just limit testing to see what they're capable of putting into Ark 2 and what kind of stuff can be added, which we should all be excited for because the Desmodus could be a really awesome inclusion. Now, anyways, that's my theory. Ark 2 is going to be something that's around the corner, obviously. Hopefully it comes out the end of this year, and, that's what I'm hoping at least. And with it, I'm hoping that some new concept, new creatures, massive maps, things like that, like limit testing, and this is what they're trying to do. So anyways, hopefully this is something that helps you out with a little bit of this update. But other than that, Teach.